Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Appalachian State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking downfield, it's Swan. It's complete to the left. Oh, what a cut! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease, it's Roberts. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Slithers into space. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go right back to the run. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Swan. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. That was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Yellow Jackets offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First and 10. Wants to throw. It's King. Finds his tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, out of space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. This is a designed run. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, Dave.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking for a man. It's King. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
The Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Absolutely center cut. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for space, it's Roberts. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Swan. The sure hands, it's Stroman. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back to throw, it's King. The short hands, it's Haynes.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Patterson. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Got it set up on the outside. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll immediately call timeout. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Stockton. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. The give out of the gun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
And the Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Swan. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Dozier. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Patterson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Swan. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Dozier. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Rutherford. Tackled there by the defense.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Kane. Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on its way. It's a seam wide open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To throw, it's Swan. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Mountaineers are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Mountaineers will move the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Mountaineers are threatening on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Swan. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And that's really good initial defense, man. They did a great job. You could tell he wanted to throw the football. They take it away. 3rd down's a big down. You could tell scrambling, try to get in the end zone. Nice job by the defense, corralling him, getting on the ground, and now bringing up a big 4th down.
He wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He'll pull it on the read. Finds a little space. Wide open spaces. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. Now the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They want that clock to run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
First play of this drive comes from the 27. To the air, it's Swan. Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Cummings. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.